Hi, universe. My name is Mitch. This is my dog, Katrina. We're survivors. My dog survived Hurricane Katrina in Louisiana. I survived Marble Mountain, Vietnam, 1969 to 70. She survived Louisiana, the hurricane in 2005. And we're here to talk about war stories. We're here to talk about my time in Vietnam. We're talking about, it's 1970. I'm 20 years old. I'm in Vietnam. I've been in Vietnam 6 months. I'm a seasoned veteran. I've seen it all already. And we're here to talk about my time in Vietnam. We're going to talk about war stories today. We're going to talk about poncho liners. We're going to talk about what it was like to be in Vietnam 1969 to 1970. I was at Marble Mountain. I'm a seasoned veteran, and we're going to talk about poncho liners here. Poncho liners is what we would get. It was very hard to get poncho liners, but when we got into the Vietnam, they'd give us heavy wool blankets, and heavy wool blankets are no good. They're too heavy and they're not comfortable. So if you get poncho liners, this was like diamonds, and this is what I used to finance my own army. So we got poncho liners, and we're here to talk about what it was like in Vietnam in 1969 to 1970. I got the poncho liners actually from this gunnery sergeant who was in a preventive medicine unit. He's been there for maybe, 30 years in the Marine Corps, and we were working together, the Marine Corps Preventive Medicine Unit and the United States Navy Preventive Medicine Unit, and we worked together. We worked together getting poncho liners. And what happened was the 3rd Marines were pulling out of Vietnam, and the gunnery sergeant would call me up and tell me, Barnett, come on down, I got poncho liners. The Marines are pulling out. And I was very happy for the Marines, the 3rd Marines, that somebody is making it out alive. This is a wonderful thing, they're actually making it out alive. But what happened was, the North Vietnamese and the Viet Cong, after the 68 Tet Offensive, they wanted to surrender. They wanted to surrender, but America said, no, 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 we'll surrender first. So we both surrendered, the North Vietnamese and the America surrendered, but we got the credit for surrendering first. We didn't close the deal. They wanted to surrender, but America said, no, 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 we'll surrender first. And this was a terrible thing. America didn't close the deal, and most people do not know the story about Vietnam, about what happened. I was actually there, so I know what happened. After the 68 Tet Offensive, they wanted to surrender. America said, no, 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 we'll surrender first. And this was a very sad thing. And actually, America surrendered first. But then they came in, the North Viet, they weren't honorable. They were fighting for thousands of years. The North Vietnamese and the Viet Cong were fighting thousands of years. Inside the caves was gold. They had so much gold inside because they were fighting for thousands of years. And with the Kublai Khan and Genghis Khan, they was fighting forever, Vietnam. But what we did, we put our outpost in the valley. We never learned our lesson. We don't put the outpost in the valley. And that's what we did in Vietnam. We didn't learn our lesson. And closing is everything. America did not want us. They could have won the war, but they didn't want to win the war. It didn't make any sense. They were making too much money on the drug trade, and they didn't want to win the war. They were making a lot of money in the drugs, and there was a lot of money there, and it was a money maker, and people were dying, and it was a terrible thing because there was a lot of bloodshed shed there, and it was an awful thing. But that's what I was here to talk about, my story in Vietnam and the poncho liners, and what it meant to have the poncho liners, and this is what I used to finance my own army, and this is what I did. And the gunnery sergeant, I said to the gunnery sergeant, I saw that the 2nd lieutenant in the Marines was giving the gunnery sergeant a hard time. I said to the gunnery sergeant, hey, Gunny, you should have joined the Navy. You should have joined the Navy. And the gunnery sergeant said, join the Navy? I don't want to join the Navy, and I have no use for the Navy. And we laugh about it. We kid each other, but we were tight. We were really tight. Me and the gunnery sergeant, we were very tight. And we worked together, and we would split the money and make money financing my own army. And this is what it was. This is what it was about. Have a nice day, universe.